in this massive universe of Vikram Vedha. I'm like a tiny speck in the whole thing. But I honestly feel like this is by far one of the finest performances by Hrithik. So like he is so good in the film. You literally cannot find a false note. He is amazing in it.
For all film-related interviews, reviews and content, please like and subscribe to Pooja Talwar. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram.
That helps your confidence that I'm
good. I like people like you. Good for my confidence, honestly. I don't get to hear that very often. So thank you.
You look beautiful and I mean it. I promise you I'm not saying it to flatter you.
Thank you. National Crush ने मुझे beautiful बुलाया है. देख लो, सुन लो सब.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm very well. And Rohit, you know, we spoke about last 2 years ago. A lot may have changed in the world, but one thing is constant. आपका National Crush का खिताब कोई नहीं ले सकता.
Yeah. नहीं. मतलब I'm sure it's मतलब titles are there, but like I feel like it's the love that remains constant. मेरे हिसाब से the one thing that's really remained constant, I'm so grateful for, is the way I've been receiving love for everything that I'm doing. And I'm so happy about that because I really realize, you know, every day my mom tells me and the people around me, like my team tells me, because they've seen so much of it. My team has been way longer in the fraternity than I have. And they always say that, you know, you should be very grateful for what you have, because to be able to achieve something like this, it takes a lot of hard work and you've achieved it. So now you have to make sure that you do everything that you possibly can to make sure that you sustain it, because it's very difficult. And I'm so grateful that I keep getting this kind of love. I'm so happy. But how have you been? How are things? So much has changed in the last 2 years.
No, वही है. I said same.
मैं last time आपको मिला था थिएटर में, आप कोई फिल्म देखने के लिए जा रहे थे, मैं भी कोई फिल्म देखने के लिए जा रहा था. That's where I met you. I don't know if you remember or not.
Yes, of course. That was last, and then we've been meeting each other online.
Yeah.
But more power to you, my dear. You've been like doing so well, and you've had a busy like 2 years में. आपकी पिक्चरें भी काफी आ गई हैं, and so you've been पिक्चरें and your series. You've like been like pretty busy. So
I've actually last year was really busy, Pooja ma'am. I had last year I had Mismatch and Vikram Vedha both. Like actually last year also second half was really busy. क्योंकि हमारा season 2 got pushed because of the pandemic and second wave and all of that. So we started shooting in August, and August से लेकर इस साल January तक मैं काफी busy था, because Vikram Vedha और Mismatch साथ shoot हो रहे थे.
That's the way it should be. You know, you keep trending. Do you actually read the comments? किसके लिए मैं trend हो रहा हूँ? पढ़ते हो?
I did not know that I keep trending. I know that जब भी release होता है उस time पर there are conversations around the projects that I'm a part of. मुझे नहीं पता था कि मैं trend हो रहा हूँ. ये मुझे देखना चाहिए.
देखना चाहिए ना. hashtag रोहित सराफ. ये देखो Google. वैसे अपने को Google करते हो आप?
मैंने किया था. थोड़े टाइम पहले किया था मैंने, जब भी I mean थोड़े time in the sense last Sunday मैंने 6 days ago I had Googled myself, because I wanted to read the reviews of Vikram Vedha and what people were saying in general about the film, and in specific about my performance I wanted to read. So मैंने 6 days ago I'd Googled myself.
And talking about Vikram Vedha, आपका जो नाम है शतक ने शतक लगा दी. And you know, but what was the experience like? Because you know, Vikram Vedha, I was telling Pushkar and Gayatri also, it's like वो 80s की picture नहीं होती थी, face off between two heroes or Marth, hard. You know, you saw this back in the 80s, and then somewhere in the 90s, then everything became more realistic. These were like once in a while कोई ये ऐसी picture. So it was a welcome relief. But I know you're getting a lot of love for your part in the movie, and you were integral. What was that experience like when they said विक्रम वेधा में आप हैं और आप ऋतिक रोशन के भाई प्ले कर रहे हैं?
Pooja ma'am, actually मैं I remember I got a call from my agent, whose name is Janvi, and she said that the directors of this film called Vikram Vedha, which is originally in Tamil, want to meet you because they are doing a remake. And in all honesty, at that time, I had not seen the original film. First thing I did before I even said, yeah, let's do the meeting or whatever. First thing I did was I went and I watched the film. When I watched it, it blew my mind away, and I was just like, "What the hell? Why did I not know about this film? अभी तक क्यों नहीं पता था मुझे इसके बारे में?" तो मैंने वो film देखी, and then my instant reaction was, "Okay, great, but why do they want to meet me?" मतलब, firstly, such a big film, such a fantastic film, which is so intricately, beautifully made, such intelligent directors. Why do they want to meet me?
Why wouldn't you want to meet you intelligent directors? I mean, बात कर लो बात यार तुम.
In the sense, I was also really flattered that they knew of me, like they knew about me. तो फिर उन्होंने बोला नहीं, actually they are making Vikram Vedha का remake, and they Saif and Hrithik are already on board, and they want to get you for Hrithik's brother's part. And I properly like freaked out. I was just like, I don't believe that, but okay, anyway. So I went and I met the directors. Now, I was mentioning this in one of my other interviews that in the last couple of years, with how the industry kind of works, I have come to a point where I've stopped getting excited about most things till the time it has happened. मतलब मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि मुझे अभी बोलेंगे कि हाँ आप ये फिल्म कर रहे हो, या फिर इस फिल्म के बारे में कॉन्वर्सेशन शुरू होगी, मैं बहुत ज्यादा एक्साइटमेंट में आ जाऊंगा और फिर वो फिल्म का कुछ नहीं होगा, then I get very disheartened about it. So then I've stopped getting excited about things in general. So I went and I met the director. They met me and they were happy, with everything. And that they said that, we're looking for somebody who can play this part very innocently, and we feel like you have the face for it, and from what we've seen you can act, so we'd really like to kind of put you on a tape, and we want to see how you do in the audition and all of that. And I was like, of course. And I was very excited about the fact that मुझे इस फिल्म के लिए ऑडिशन करने का मौका मिल रहा था. But at the same time, what I was most excited about was, Pooja ma'am, that this film was set in Lucknow, like it was set in UP. What really made me so happy was that somebody was willing to consider me in a part which was a heartland part, which was a small town part, and they didn't just look at me and said, because when I went to meet them, at that time, I did not know that this film was being set in UP. I just thought that I had no idea where this film was being set. So I went like myself. I went looking like how I look, which is like Rohit, like this. But I was so grateful for the fact that they looked at me and they chose to see me beyond the surface, and they believed that I could do a part like that. So I auditioned for it. मैं बहुत ज़्यादा excited था audition देने के लिए भी, क्योंकि मुझे usually ऐसे parts के लिए audition के लिए भी consider नहीं करते हैं, because they're just like, he's, he looks very urban, he looks like he's a very posh boy, so we don't know if he can do the part or whatever. But I auditioned for it, it went well, and then I was like, okay, we'll wait now, because usually the process, it's not like you go give the audition and you get a film. There's a long process. So I gave the audition, and then I was waiting for about a month, I think, to hear from them. एक महीने बाद मेरे पास वापस casting में से call आया that now the directors want to do an audition with you. In the sense, like earlier when I did the audition, I recorded it and then the directors saw it later. This time the directors wanted to be there for the audition and they wanted to direct me for the audition. So that happened. That went really, really well. And I was just excited about the fact that I got to be directed from such geniuses. Like even if it's for an audition, I was just excited कि मुझे उन लोगों ने direct किया. Then again, another month passed by. And this is the whole process of waiting is why I don't like to be excited about anything till the time it's happened. फिर एक महीने बाद, my agent called me and she said that I have heard that they have really liked you. And let's just really hope that they call you and they tell you that you're getting the part. And that's exactly what happened. I think 5 days later, 6 days later, they told me that, we really like you and we want you to do the film. And that's when I got excited about the whole process. And also, Pooja ma'am, nobody knows this till date, but मुझे जब ये कॉल आया, मैं मिसमैच की शूटिंग कर रहा था, और मुझे पता था कि विक्रम वेदा की जो शूटिंग है वो मिसमैच के शूटिंग डेट्स के आसपास ही है. तो मुझे ऐसा था कि I just hope that I'm not in a situation जहां पर मुझे ये फिल्म छोड़नी पड़ेगी क्योंकि मेरे डेट्स अवेलेबल नहीं होंगे, because I would be really so upset about it. That's exactly what happened. Dates exactly same थे, and they were shooting in Abu Dhabi. लखनऊ में शूट नहीं कर रहे थे, वो अबू धाबी में शूट कर रहे थे, तो इसीलिए मैनेज करना और ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट था क्योंकि उनको अपना पूरा शेड्यूल शिफ्ट करना पड़ता एक हफ्ते के. They had to move the entire schedule by a week. And you know how it is when you're traveling with a crew of like 200 people. Everyone's gone from India to shoot that film and suddenly sit wait for a week and a half. So then I found out that the dates are exactly that, it's not working out. So मैं नहीं कर पाऊंगा. Actually, Hrithik sir called my director, Akarsh Khurana, and he said that I need him to come and do this part because I believe he's perfect for it. And that's when Akarsh said that, whatever, some dates he managed, like 2 days he managed, Akarsh. But even then, Hrithik sir understood that, हम पूरा schedule यहाँ पर cancel नहीं कर सकते. So then the entire schedule of Vikram Vedha actually got pushed by 5 days. Wow. And they waited for me to come and be a part of it. And that's how this whole thing worked out. And when I heard that Hrithik sir called my director, Hrithik sir himself called my director to get my dates, that day I was like, okay, you know what? Even if this film does not work out, I'm okay with it because I know what this means to me. I know how big of a deal this is. I know how huge of a deal this whole conversation is. So yeah, and then of course the dates worked out and everything worked out and now I've shot for it. The film is out and I'm getting appreciated for it. There's no better feeling than that.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's really amazing. And your and Hrithik's bonding, I mean, despite the strain around, was also very, very nice. So must have been quite nice to share screen space with him and Saif, yeah? I mean, Saif also has kind of, reinvented himself from the time he started and, the Omkar and all that. It's really nice. And Hrithik also had been dying to do something like this, different from where he boxed.
And I'm not saying this because, like, it's a film that I'm a part of or anything like that, because I honestly feel like in this massive, massive universe of Vikram Vedha, I'm like a tiny speck in the whole thing. But I honestly feel like this is by far one of the finest performances by Hrithik sir. Like, he is so good in the film. You literally cannot find a false note. He is amazing in it. And I feel like, you're really right when you say that they've really reinvented themselves, because it is so refreshing to see this. Firstly, I think the film, the script by itself on base level is really, really intelligent. It's a film that you're going to watch not just for the commercial, massive, insane shots of these two heroes walking towards the camera and killing the bad guys, but it's also for the story of how intelligently they've written it. And I think, it was one of the most amazing experiences to be a part of this entire magic that was created by the most amazing people.
Rebound ke chakkar mein pade hoye, ishq, vishk, rebound. But it's nice, before I go on to that, it's nice the fact that you are doing different things. Nahi to wo hota nahi hai. He will only is the perfect lover boy. वो एक ज़माने में 80s में chocolate boy बोलते थे.
अभी भी बोलते हैं.
अभी तक progress नहीं हुआ वो. चलो वो chocolate का brand बदल गया होगा. Chocolate, true fulfilled chocolate हमारे time में तो सिर्फ chocolate ही था. So yeah, but it's nice that you're kind of breaking that mold. Ki do not box me, and that's imperative for an actor too. As you said, only
Yeah.
urban milieu. Now you're doing this, in the heartland. Who knows? Tomorrow you might just be part of a story like a panchayat or something. Yeah, set in the rural.
And that'd be incredible. Yeah.
क्या पता है किसी को. So that's really nice. And is it also your conscious decision? I know there'll be a lot of lovely those rom-coms coming your way too, but
Yeah. Yeah.
there is a
Oh,
Vikram.
absolutely, Pooja ma'am. I think it is a very, very, very conscious decision because, before anybody can put me in a box, which is very, and people don't do it. People don't do it on purpose in the sense like, I don't think anybody wants to stereotype anybody. I don't think that's the whole idea behind it. The thing is that eventually it's all business. And earlier, I used to not understand it. But as the time is passing and I'm spending more and more time in the fraternity, in the business, I feel like I'm getting to understand a little bit more about it. Not just from an actor's perspective, but also from a director or a producer's perspective, because I'm getting to interact with them, and I'm a very curious person. Like I ask a lot of questions when I'm meeting people. So I think one of the things that I've understood is that it's eventually it all comes down to business. When I know that if I'm a producer and I know that a Rohit Saraf can do a rom-com really well, and I have a part which is in a rom-com, I would approach him. Having said that, if I have a part in, let's say, a Heartland film which talks about, let's say, something which is like a, for example, a Vyapam scam for that matter. I'm just giving you a basic example, and I feel like Rohit's a good actor, but like we're not entirely sure that he'll be able to do this part or not. I would obviously choose something that I feel more safe with, because eventually it's a lot of money that's riding on the project. Yeah. So I would go to a Rohit Saraf with a rom-com because I know that he will be good in it, and that's up his alley. So I feel like it is very easy to get, in the whole kind of, this rut of doing the same kind of projects. But I feel like before anybody can put me in a box unintentionally, let me put myself out of the box and let me just do all kinds of things, not just to prove it to other people, but also to prove to myself, I feel, Pooja ma'am, because I need to know what I'm good at. When I'm doing a rom-com, I know that I feel comfortable. I know that I walk into a space and I feel like I know what I'm doing, and I know that even on my worst day on set, I will be all right. I will not feel extremely out of place. So I feel confident in that space. But tomorrow, if the reason why I'm experimenting so much right now is also because I feel like it's my time to experiment.
Absolutely.
It's the time when I'm starting out. It's the time when I'm kind of, building my foundation. I'm kind of building everything on the foundation. And right now, all kinds of different, cements can be added to see what makes for a good foundation. So I feel like I'm just having fun, doing everything that my heart desires, that I feel content with. And it's been exciting because so far whatever I've done has been rewarding, not just in terms of what it brings to me further, but I feel the kind of love I've received for literally everything that I've been a part of is just like, it's phenomenal. Like it's almost unfathomable to me as to how everything that I do, people have only nice things to say about me. So it just makes me happy.
That's good. Abhi Ishq Vishk Rebound. Can you say something about it, or usme bhi abhi sara zipping? Okay, theek hai, we shall wait for that. Ishq Vishk Rebound will be nice to see, and especially in this day and age, ki kaise karte.
Especially in this day and age, yeah, it's exciting. What I can say is that, it's a new take on Ishq Vishk altogether. It says Ishq Vishk Rebound, so there is a lot of like adaptation in terms of what the kind of time we're living in at the moment. It's very relatable for a lot of people. For people who are our generation, they'd be like, what, this is our life. For like a generation just one up, they would say that, oh, you know what, we did all of this for, generation above that, they'd also be nostalgic about it for the generation below us. I mean, right after us, they would say that, oh my God, you know what, this is what we want. So I think it's exciting like that.
Generation above them will say, "Kash, humne bhi kiya hota." Yeah, honestly, man. But rebound, are you the kind कभी rebound पे किया और कभी धोखा खाया ऐसे?
I feel like, matlab,
sometimes rebounds work also, huh? And sometimes
absolutely, I'm sure they do, because like I know of people who met people in their rebound and now they're married. So I know of those kind of relationships also, and I do believe that rebounds are good. Having said that, मेरी हिम्मत ही नहीं होती rebound करने की. In the sense, like when there is a heartbreak, the heartbreak is so severe that you don't feel like investing again almost immediately. Like rebound is when you're into something right after. So मेरी ऐसी हिम्मत नहीं होती है. Having said that, I would like to say that, when I've had my heart broken, right after that, if there is somebody who's giving you attention, it feels really nice. So you do end up talking to them. But the moment there is like investment involved emotionally, I take a step back and I'm just like, okay, hold on. I got to like hold my horses a little bit.
I can just hear your fan club say, "ये किसकी हिम्मत जिसने रोहित का दिल तोड़ा?" Chatter happening around me. Look at it flushing away. चलो अब जाते जाते ये बताओ, have you been on 2 dates on the same day?
No, I haven't. मुझे एक डेट पे जाने में इतनी प्रॉब्लम होती है. Nobody asks me out, and I've had my days where I've asked out, but not.
What are you doing? Had a crush on a friend's partner. Had a crush on a friend's partner.
Yeah, but not. I don't think like to say that. Oh, you know what? She's my crush. I don't think I would say that.
Not paid on a date. ऐसे date पे ज़्यादा जाता नहीं है, मगर date पे not paid on a date.
Oh, no, I always pay.
Women have horror stories of men who have told them to pay because you earn more than me. This Masaba told me this, by the way.
Are you serious?
Yeah. One guy told her.
I feel like it shouldn't be like, oh, you know what? I'm the man, so I will pay. I think that you're going out on a date. It's a date, but at the same time, you're meeting somebody for the first time. There is, I think, when you're trying to set an equal relationship, it's very important that both should split and they should both pay.
Yeah. Have you lied to a celeb that you're a big fan?
Sorry?
Lied to a celebrity and said, I'm your big fan. Yes or no, मैं बता दे.
Not really.
Okay, good boy. Invisibility or immortality?
Invisibility or immortality? Depends. If I'm immortal but I'm healthy, then I would want that.
Okay.
If I'm immortal but I'm a vegetable, then I don't want that.
Okay. Which is a typical Rohit Saraf thing that Rohit Saraf does, which is a very typical Rohit Saraf thing. If you were to describe yourself, one typical thing that describes you.
I feel like I whine a lot. Like I whine a lot. My friends, my co-actors, my directors, producers, everyone laughs about it. So I feel like that's a very Rohit Saraf thing to do. Just like keep whining. Like even when you're happy, you're just like, oh, I'm so happy.
I'm the same. I keep whining.
Yeah.
You're good people.
So that's me.
And if there was a song to describe your life, which one would that be? Or which is currently the song that's your vibe that describes you?
Oh, currently the song that's my vibe. I think honestly speaking, and this is like it's a plug, but also at the same time, it's not necessarily untrue. But I feel like mismatched songs are really amazing. This time there is a song for every mood. Like there's a song for a wedding. There's a song which is for a heartbreak. There is a song when you're falling in love. There is a song for when you're in love. It's just amazing. So I think it would be one of those. I am really enjoying this track, which is called Kho Gaye by my friend Taruk Raina. It's a part of Mismatch and it's a heartbreak track. Although it's not necessarily defining my life at the moment because like I'm very, very happy, touch wood, with everything that's going on. And I'm not heartbroken. But I do believe that it's a beautiful, beautiful song. And I listen to that every day on repeat.
Okay. और एक सवाल ये आपके fans ने पूछा.
One more. There's one more song, Pooja ma'am. It's called Faltu Pyar by Hassan Rahim. He's a Pakistani artist. Amazing song, and I'm really enjoying it.
Faltu Pyar.
It's beautiful. You'll really enjoy it. It's a full dancey number. You'll have fun while listening.
age में यही आके यही लगता है ना, when everything when you grow up on a diet of mills and boons and think there is a perfect scenario and then life bites you, are like faltu.
Listen, you must listen to it. I promise you'll enjoy it.
I'll do that. And lastly, your fans have asked one actor you would want to do a romantic scene with, like you think you will be fire, or someone you actually would want to romance on screens.
Somebody I would like to romance on screen.
Yes.
I think I really want to work with Alaya. I think she is an incredible talent. I think she's beautiful. So confident in her own skin, so comfortable in her own skin, and she is, this electric force every time she walks into a room. Like there is so much energy and great energy whenever she walks in, and I think I'd really, really enjoy working with her. We did a very small campaign recently together for this brand called Center Fresh, but I absolutely enjoyed working with her. She's so professional, so much fun to be around. So yeah, I think I'd really like to work with her.
All right, lovely chatting with you. All the very best. Many congratulations, Mr. National Crush. And ladies, what are you doing here? Come on, ask him out.
Thank you so much, Pooja. I had such a good time talking. We must talk about Mismatch. I'm going to tell them to set this up. But please watch it and tell me what you think of it.
Season 1. Season 1 तो देखा था, अब season 2 भी देखते हैं.
हाँ जी, season 2 भी आप देखो. Please बताओ.
ठीक है. All the very best. Take care, my dear.
Bye.
If you've liked this interview, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram.